second back right around the 41-yard line. Chase Young in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So still 14 yards to go, second down.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And he will slide down with a good gain. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And it's a Titans touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
14, Chargers 7.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw taken in by Chark. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Lance looks to throw again. He'll take a shot for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Butker on for the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Harrison Butker set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the clock reads 30 seconds to go, so really not a whole lot of time to speak of. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So this CD, it's obviously such a big game. We'll continue to talk about its importance as we go on. But I thought it was interesting. This head coach in his weekly media availability was asked who he would lean on in a game like this. And he said this is where you need your stars to shine their brightest.
And ordinarily, you would just tell them.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They'll throw now on the final play. And that is incomplete. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach?
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Gutton and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll set up a throw. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, pulled it in. Touchdown, Titans. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And to put a bow on it, next-gen stats saying that traveled an even 66 yards in the air. Lutzel looked to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
That's the score. Titans 21, Chargers 14.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Hands it off out of the gun. Nice move, fighting through, and he's got space. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 57 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Here's Lance. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. On play action, Lance. Quick hitter here. It's complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down. Here's Lance to throw it. And his throw is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And Lance will try again on second down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there. With touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that will tie our game here in the third.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A run for Nick Chubb. Oh, Chubb fumbled it and picked up by the Chargers. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Final minute now of the third quarter. They'll look to throw now on first down. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll look to throw. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Edwards. And the Titans have got a 1st and goal as he's out of bounds at the 4.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Titans answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Lutz good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Charger drive about to get going. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 80 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. Right back to him on 1st down. Gets around him, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Off of play action, here's Lance. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Lance. Shark's got it left side. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. To throw, it's Lance. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They make a good bit of that yardage back as they're set up in much better shape now for 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's caught by Pitts. They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
92 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They're going to go with a tight end here on a running play. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. They hand off to their big tight end. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
Well, let's see where they turn on 3rd and goal from the 5.
No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal.
No gain on the play. It's now 4th and goal. Will Lutz on the field goal.
And Lutz puts this one through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Charger drive about to get going. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. And he's got his big tight end here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. He's back to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
Harrison Butker on for the field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Wow, Charles, that doesn't just take points off the board. That takes a win off the board.
So now you have to regroup because you've gone from celebrating what you think is a win to trying to figure out how to do it again and make it a win.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. 117 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Room here to run. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. So a huge gain on the ground here puts him into a wonderful spot. And remember, of course, a touchdown wins it.
And we're in overtime, right? So you have to think defense has been out there for 4 quarters. Might be a little bit tired. The attrition of the game may have led to that long run.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this